You are listening to the Fringe Radio Network. FringeRadioNetwork.com.
You're listening to Earth Oddity, a weekly odyssey into all the oddity planet Earth has to offer. And now, serving it up are Christopher Tiny Sullivan and John Long.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Earth Oddity. My name is Tiny. My co-host isn't in here for some reason, though. Let me see if I can get him.
That's right, it's P to the P, P squared, or as I like to call him, Agent P. Agent P? Agent P.
Agent P. Come in, Agent P.
I'm on duty. Agent P's on duty. Yes, I'm here. I'm ready to serve. I'm ready to serve the people of the Earth Oddity podcast. So,
Agent P, you're here. Way to stick that landing, Agent P.
How's everybody doing today out there in podcast land? I hope you've had a good week.
It's been all right.
I've had a good week. Really, literally, nothing at all has went on at Alabama this week. Nothing no one should talk about on the news. Really been a boring week in Alabama.
Yes.
There's just nothing to even bring up about that.
No.
So, but I have several good stories today, all from the state of Florida. And, I have a lady.
Let's talk about Florida for a while.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Florida because nothing's going on in Alabama. We haven't done anything this week that even needs to be talked about.
Nothing controversial.
No, not at all. Not at
Yeah.
all. Not at all. Not anything that would cause half of the internet to hate our state. So we haven't done anything like that. Not that it even matters if they hate us or not, but I'm just saying that may or may not be the case. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got a guy who slapped his girlfriend with a cheeseburger while she was asleep.
The old cheeseburger slap.
Yeah, a not so happy meal. I give that credit to Todd Glover for that line. He came up with that line when he sent me the story.
That's pretty good.
It is. It is. What about you? What do you got in the hopper?
Well, we have a man who took his deceased wife on a road trip.
Okay.
But we're going to start with this one. The headline here is, a biracial boy was dragged by a school bus driver. This comes from ABC 13 News. And this was happened in West Point, Utah.
Okay.
A Utah mother is suing a school bus driver who she says intentionally dragged her son. She claims the bus driver did it because he's a racist.
Oh.
A video from the school bus shows the 14-year-old's backpack get caught in the doors of the bus as he's exiting the bus. Then the bus starts moving and it's dragging him. And fortunately, the bus driver did stop, but the bus driver drug him several feet while students looked on before he finally realized or decided to stop the bus and let this guy go. In a civil rights lawsuit, the teen's mother claims that he was targeted because he is biracial. I was glad he didn't kill him. I was glad he didn't go under the wheels, said the boy's mother. When asked if he considered himself to be a racist, the driver said, quote, "Not at all. Look at my dog. He's as black as he can be."
Oh, okay.
So,
he's got a black dog.
He's not racist because he has a black dog.
Of course not. He's got a black dog.
The driver says he didn't see the boy and he would have stopped if he did. He did stop at some point.
Yeah.
And the school district has terminated the driver. I mean, whether you're a racist or not, you can't go dragging kids behind a bus
keep your job. That's a bad bus driver, regardless.
And they say that they're taking any and all claims of racial discrimination seriously.
Of course. But he's got a black dog. So it's all cool.
That's the thing. I mean, I don't know if this guy's a racist or not. I do think that sometimes we're a little quick to play the race card.
Sure.
But at the same time, I'm not buying this guy's defense that because his dog is black, that means he's not racist.
Doesn't help his case out.
Yes.
Usually it's like I have a black friend.
Exactly.
But he's like, no, I got a black dog. I wonder, though, if the kid was just, he's a 14-year-old kid. I've been a 14-year-old boy. You've been a 14-year-old boy.
I have.
We could cause a little trouble. We can be really annoying. And maybe he's just like the worst kid on the school bus, and the bus driver's like, I'm going to show him today. Just give him a little scare. I don't know. But I definitely, I don't know. I can't say whether the guy's racist or not, but it doesn't look good for him either way.
Right.
At the very least, he's the worst bus driver we've heard about this week. So, did you ride the bus a lot growing up?
I did. I did ride the bus.
I did too. Bus 19. It was the greatest bus, though. I had the best bus experience in my life.
I always felt bad for the bus driver because I don't think I ever rode a school bus in my entire years of education.
Yeah.
That the kids weren't loud and just purposefully trying to be as horrible as they could to the bus driver.
Well, I will say, we loved our bus driver. Miss Mansfield was my bus driver. Rest in peace. She's went on in to receive her heavenly reward. All right. But our bus route ran just through my neighborhood and through the neighborhood over by Fed Academy. So it was all just middle-class kids who at least were somewhat afraid of our parents. And, of course, we were loud and all that, but we didn't antagonize her.
Right.
And in turn, she was, like, really nice to us. So, like, if the bus hit my house at 7:15, which is when it came by my house, if I wasn't out there, she would wait until I came out, or like honk the horn or all that. If I happened to be sick, I could always hear her honk the horn, and my mom would go like wave out the door like everything's okay. Go on, Miss Mansfield. She was the sweetest lady in the world. Loved her. We had a really good bus though. Had a lot of fun on it.
Okay.
Yeah. The worst people on our bus were the Deloach brothers, and I was friends with all of them growing up. Shout out to Robert, whose nickname was Foulmouth. So hadn't talked to him in person in a while, but he's an interesting character. Yeah, I know Deidre's bus was horrible. She hated riding the bus because people were fighting on it and all that stuff. But no one got drugged by a backpack at all.
I know. That would be terrible.
Yeah. So rest in peace, Miss Mansfield. Also, rest in peace, Grumpy Cat.
That's true.
Yeah, he went on in to receive his heavenly reward.
Yes.
Well done, my good and faithful cat. Thank you for your service. Yeah. Grumpy Cat, an early on Earth Oddity story for the old heads that have been listening to Earth Oddity for a while.
That's right.
I
think we did. Yeah, we did talk about Grumpy Cat back in the day.
Yeah, and it was a girl.
Yeah.
I think I just referred to him as a he. I didn't mean to misgender the cat. But
her name was Tartar Sauce.
Yeah, that's right. Tartar Sauce. And she was grumpy. And
there for a while, they were going to make a Grumpy Cat movie.
That's right.
I guess it never happened, or it's not going to happen now.
They're going to have to get a stand-in cat.
Unless it's CG.
Maybe so.
Pixar, they could make a Grumpy Cat movie.
They're redoing all of Lion King or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, which my daughter danced in the Lion King dance recital last night. Longest 2.5 hours of my entire life. I've never been there. It was really entertaining, though. Parts of it were.
Okay.
But I really only cared about watching Libby dance. I didn't care about the dance interpretation of Mufasa dying and all that stuff. But,
yeah.
Whatever. People seem to enjoy it, so I felt pressure to act like I did.
Well, anyway, onward. What you got?
Sorry. Let's just go straight on out. Jordan Anderson here. He's a Florida man, and he's accused of playing basketball in the nude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is from Longwood, Florida. No joke. A Florida man is accused of shooting hoops at a public park in his birthday suit, according to police. A Longwood police officer responded to Candyland Park, located at 599 Longdale Avenue. For everybody down there, y'all know where it is, at around 7:30 p.m. on Sunday, in response to a call of a naked man seen walking around the park. A park employee told the officer he saw the man playing basketball while in the buff, so he immediately contacted authorities. Officers located the man, later identified as 29-year-old Jordan Glenn Anderson. In the arrest report, the officer said he asked Jordan what he was doing, and Jordan stated that he was working on his basketball skills. Anderson was taken into custody and charged with indecent exposure of his private parts, and he was transported to the John E. Polk Correctional Facility on a $500 bond.
He also got a penalty for double dribbling.
Oh, that was good.
Thank you.
That was nice. Yeah, the first Olympics were played in the nude. So,
Well, maybe he was
the
trying
first few Olympics were.
Yeah, maybe he was trying to shed all the weight he could so he could dunk
try to
it.
touch
You know,
the
he was trying to get up there.
He was a white guy. I would say that. Yeah. So maybe he's just trying to get any extra on his vertical jump that he can get.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know why you would feel the need to practice basketball in the nude. But if you're going to do that, you need to probably do that at your like home court.
Yeah.
Get a key to the church gym like I do. All right. Like a normal person.
Did he think this was a nudist colony?
Maybe. I don't know. He doesn't look like his mugshot here. He doesn't look like the guy who's making the wisest decisions. Okay,
well, that's a real picture. You're not kidding me, right?
No, I mean, you need to check the show notes if you're listening to this. His eyes are going in like 4 different directions at once. So maybe he has trouble shooting, locating the rim.
He looks like he can read 2 books at the same time.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I don't know. I don't know why you would be compelled to shoot hoops naked, but I just know that it's apparently against the law now, so I won't be doing it in public anymore. And like I said, maybe it was just a nod to our first Olympians that, he was trying to be a little quicker. Now, I will say you will run faster if you're naked.
That's true.
I've never ran as fast as I have as when I was naked once. I mean, it'll had some time. If I could go to the NFL Combine naked right now as Chubby John and run, I could probably get under 4 seconds, or probably get under 5 seconds running, which would be impressive for me. Very impressive.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you run fast if you ain't got any clothes on.
Well, our next story, a wife's dead body found in car driven by an Oklahoma man.
Oh, okay.
This comes from the AP. A husband arrested in Arizona on suspicion of concealing his wife's dead body was seen earlier on security video moving a woman's naked body to his vehicle outside a Texas hotel, police said Tuesday. Previous footage showed the couple from Sand Springs, Oklahoma, walking into their room at the El Paso Hotel on Sunday evening. The next morning, 70-year-old Rodney Puckett is seen using a luggage cart to move the body of 74-year-old Linda Puckett, said Sergeant Christy Barnett, a police spokeswoman in Eloy, where Rodney Puckett was later arrested. Puckett told investigators he found his wife unresponsive on Monday, and he put her body in their vehicle before continuing on an unplanned trip to California.
No.
So, I mean, it kind of conjures images of National Lampoon's Family Vacation.
Right. Or Weekend at Bernie's or something.
Yes. The cause of death hasn't been determined because, he didn't call the coroner. He
right. They decided
he just
take matters in his own hand.
Yeah.
We got rooms booked. We're going on this trip.
But Barnett noted that Linda Puckett had signs of blunt force trauma on her body.
Oh.
Uh-oh. You know what? This just went from a funny story to a very
really bad.
Very depressive story. It's unclear why Rodney Puckett moved the body, she said. It's not known whether he has an attorney who would comment. Authorities in Arizona were alerted about Puckett after a drive-through worker at a restaurant in Eloy, 64 miles southeast of downtown Phoenix, reported seeing a naked woman inside his vehicle.
Oh, man, if you're a drive-through guy and you see like a naked, dead 74-year-old woman when you're trying to hand a milkshake out the window or whatever, that's horrible.
That's tough.
You're not getting paid enough for that. Like, that is a $15 an hour job.
Wow. Says that a detective responded and found Linda Puckett's body in the front seat with her head on the floorboard and her feet near the headrest. So,
well, that's interesting.
Sounds like he had some trouble getting her in there.
Yeah, so I think so too.
Says that Rodney Puckett himself was only wearing underwear at the time.
Okay, Mr. Puckett.
That's a bad stop. That's a traffic stop that's
right.
going wrong already.
Oh, yeah.
Says that the El Paso police spokesman, Sergeant Enrique Carrillo, said authorities there didn't receive any earlier reports of suspicious activity involving the couple. He declined to comment further. So I guess there's nothing out of the ordinary. This is just a normal couple.
Guy riding around with his dead wife.
And then, well, it goes from just an old couple, completely normal, no criminal history or anything like that. And then just out of nowhere, it devolves into this.
Right. into some sort of strange, I don't know.
It's like an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah, like
No, his movies aren't that dark. Let me take that back. This is like a Tim Burton movie.
Is it? I don't know. I don't watch movies.
Yes.
But I'm just wondering, like, if he intentionally was like planning a killer or whatever. I mean, don't you just like take her out to the woods and do that or something? You don't rent a hotel room to do that, do you?
No. That's. I mean, yeah.
I mean, I have no idea. I've never killed anyone.
Yeah,
that I'm willing to speak about on air.
I'm the last person you would want to ask if you were trying to plan a homicide. But
yeah, I've watched
just
a few Netflix specials.
Just off the top of my head, yeah, I don't think I would go somewhere public like that.
So maybe they were, getting a little frisky sometimes, like married couples do, and she slipped and bumped her head or something. They're trying something different in the shower or something, and then he freaked out. And he's like, oh, I got my dead wife. What am I going to do? I don't know.
It does go on later in the article to say that they had been married nearly 8 years, but they were undergoing divorce proceedings.
Oh.
And there had been some restraining orders filed. So
that's
not a good time to go on a road trip.
Yeah.
But
maybe that was like we're going to mend the marriage road trip, or I'm going to kill my wife road trip.
I don't know. It did not end well.
Wow.
So,
I like to think if I'm 74 or 70, I'm just like, I'm not going to live that much longer. I'm not paying for a divorce. I'm just going to live here with you, and both of us are going to be miserable,
Well, miserable anyway.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're already so old. We're like wearing diapers and stuff. So let's just ride this out. Let's save a couple of grand on attorney's fees and go into the courthouse and all that, and let's just be miserable. This is your half of the house. This is my half of the house.
Yep.
I don't know. That may be how Deidre and I end up one day. I just finally annoy her so much, but it'll be so long that she don't want to pay for a divorce. So I don't know.
More trouble than it's worth.
Yeah. But to me, the saddest person in this whole story is the drive-through worker who saw an upside down, naked 74-year-old lady. Yeah. Prayers, thoughts and prayers of that guy. T's and P's to him. I'm going to tell you what, that's rough. Can't get that image out of your mind once you see it. It's there for forever.
I have not seen the image, but just reading about it.
I know.
It's hard to get rid of.
Yeah, but if you're
what your mind's trying to picture.
If you're that young, Hardee's worker or whatever, that's sticking with you for a long time.
I bet it was a Crystal.
Probably.
Or a White Castle.
Maybe so. He's got a story to tell at parties now, though.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, guess what? One time I was working a drive-through. My first job ever, I was working a drive-through. This dude rolls through. He's got his dead wife in the passenger seat. Upside down.
What do you do?
With no clothes on.
And by the way, he was only wearing his underwear.
Well, you think he's like...
Just FYI.
You think you're like, well, sir, that's an interesting cup holder you got there. You can cut that joke if you want to.
I was just sitting there. If that was on Reddit, that would go straight to the awful taste but great execution subreddit.
Oh, I'm crying. I don't normally get tickled over my own jokes.
Oh, man.
That was a good joke, though. That was quality. That was quality.
Oh, gracious.
Oh, okay. Man. I don't remember what we were doing before that broke out, so I don't know how to act to get us back in if you snip it. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I hate to see love die,
Yes.
I mean, that's no good. I'm sorry for her family having to go through this, and this man's made a horrible decision. Well, let's move on to another couple that's having a little trouble.
Okay.
All right. A man slaps his sleeping girlfriend with a cheeseburger, sheriff says. This is from Stuart, Florida.
Okay.
I'm trying to recompose myself. All right. A man is accused of slapping his sleeping girlfriend with a cheeseburger in Martin County. The sheriff's office wrote on Facebook that Kyle Jamison Jones, 30, wanted it his way, but when it didn't happen, things went south. Deputies said Jones slapped his girlfriend in the face with a cheeseburger while she slept. Once she woke up, She said he continued to hit her with the cheeseburger, pull her hair, and then kicked her down the stairs.
Dang.
When deputies arrived, they found the girlfriend covered in food particles. And for some reason, that appears to be the last of this article, or the rest of the page didn't load or something. Yeah, that's all, folks. So anyways.
You done got burgered.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. Why are you wasting a good cheeseburger? You know?
Well, I mean, if I have to get slapped, I'd rather it be with a cheeseburger.
Oh, yeah. No, if you're on the receiving end of it,
Yes.
I would much rather get a cheeseburger slap. Well, this is like a McDonald's when you get those little bitty onions in your eyes, that's going to hurt. But if it's a regular cheeseburger.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't, domestic violence is never the answer to anything, but slapping her with a cheeseburger just seems a little unorthodox.
It does.
Especially while she sleeps. If I was going to slap somebody with a cheeseburger, I'd wake them up first.
And then you would boldly proclaim, you're about to get the cheeseburger.
No, you just immediately tap him on the shoulder like, hey, honey, wake up. She just said something like, huh? You wiping the sleepy out of her eyes, and you just go, whap, with a cheeseburger right upside her face. So you get her initial reaction. It's pure. You want that. I can see that. But yeah. I don't know. This guy doesn't look like a winner either. If you want to check out his mugshot on the show notes, he's definitely not the top of the barrel. You wouldn't want your daughter bringing him home.
No.
I would just say that much. But at least he didn't kill his wife and ride around with her naked.
Yes. So,
I mean, he's got that going for him. He got that in his corner.
All this talk about couples having troubles.
Yeah.
And I want to read an uplifting story.
Okay.
This next story, Arkansas woman gets 15 years for posing as a sheriff. Why was she posing as a sheriff, you might ask?
I don't know.
So she could release her boyfriend out of jail.
Okay. No, that's love.
True love knows how to crime.
Absolutely. That's love. That's a woman you want right there.
It really is.
Yeah.
And, she's probably got some decent acting chops, too.
I would think so.
If she could pull that off.
Yeah. Yeah. She got him out.
Fayetteville, Arkansas. An Arkansas woman was given 15 years in prison for posing as a California sheriff's deputy and convincing Washington County jail officials to release her boyfriend from jail.
Okay.
Maxine Fieldstein, 30 years old, pleaded guilty on Monday in Washington County Circuit Court to forgery, third-degree escape, and second-degree criminal impersonation. Also, I would like to point out that her mugshots here, she's not that bad looking either.
Yeah.
So
well, good for her.
She's not one of those that, if you were the guy, you're like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, no, hey, babe, I'm good.
I'm good. Just
I'm good here. No, it's fine. No. Just come and see me every once in a while. It's good.
Says here that she succeeded initially. The pair were arrested about a month later in Fayetteville. Oh, a month in heaven.
Yeah,
before
it was.
you get busted again.
Wow.
Fieldstein presented false paperwork to the Washington County Detention Center in July of 2018, which fooled the jailers into releasing her boyfriend, Nicholas Lowe. Lowe pleaded guilty in February for escaping jail, but received no jail time due to time already served with 5 years parole.
Oh.
While in jail, Lowe told Fieldstein to pose as a deputy from the Ventura County Sheriff's Office in Ventura, California, in order to trick jail officials into releasing Lowe to Fieldstein, according to court documents. Lowe said Fieldstein should tell Washington County that Ventura County was having issues with overcrowding and all low-priority extraditions have been superseded, according to the affidavit. So this dude, he did some research and, found out what to say.
Right. You got plenty of free time when you're in jail.
That's true. Fieldstein, who had only just bonded out of jail earlier that day, called the Washington County Jail and identified herself as Deputy L. Kershaw with the Ventura County Sheriff's Office. She also provided a forged document releasing the agency's hold on Lowe. Jail staff learned of the forgery and accidental release 2 days later when a real Ventura County Sheriff's deputy called to say he was on his way to pick up Lowe.
Now, whoever answered that call was like, wait a minute.
So they had a 48-hour head start before they even figured out something was up.
Oh, wait a minute. They already came and got him.
The Sheriff's Office reportedly discovered the plan through jail video where Lowe told Fieldstein of the plan while she visited him. Washington County later figured out the document Fieldstein used was fake and that VCSO didn't have a deputy named L. Kershaw, according to the affidavit. So, man, she's getting 15 years, and
that's tough.
That's love.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, Tara. If I was in jail, don't matter what it was for. If it was for stealing the cookie out of the cookie jar, she would not ever try to bust me out for any reason.
I got you. I think Deidre probably would.
She would.
I got faith in her. I really do. She's hitched her star to this wagon, and I've brought it down so many times. And she's still with me. So I feel like if I was like, hey, baby, I got a plan. You need to be a deputy and get me out of jail. She'd probably like, okay, let's see what happens. Let's just see where this adventure goes. It's led us to being broke, and we've been on the highest of highs and lowest of lows. So let's do it.
Well, good for you.
I'd bust her out of jail in a heartbeat. Wouldn't even. I'm no hesitation. She wouldn't even have to ask me. I would. That's the kind of man I am, and
awesome.
That's the kind of man you want in life, I guess. What you don't want to be is a shirtless Florida man who fought a tree after being asked to keep away from students.
What'd the tree do?
I don't know. After allegedly yelling at a group of school children and fighting a tree, a shirtless Florida man was arrested in Milton. George Ammons, who was 32, was charged with disturbing the peace and booked into the Santa Rosa County Jail with a $100 bond. According to an arrest report, either it's raining or we're being raptured. And since we're sitting here,
I'm good with either one.
Well, I was like, we're sitting here though. Like, what if I had this discussion with a friend, and I know this has nothing to do. I've just stopped in the middle of the story. It's like, what if, everybody's raptured and you don't know, and you just wake up one day, and you're just like, man, where did everybody go? Like riding around, like, wow, man, traffic is really light today. Anyways, yeah. So George here, he's 32. He was a police officer was dispatched to the landing park about a suspicious person who was upsetting a field trip of over 300 students. A teacher advised law enforcement that a white, shirtless man wearing blue jeans, I feel like that could go for any dude in Florida at any point in time, and he had a pair of glasses, was hanging around the children, the report stated. Teachers told police that the shirtless man became aggressive, and his erratic behavior, including yelling at and frightening the children. When an officer arrived at the park, he observed Ammon standing bare-chested near the water's edge of Blackwater River, holding a metal pole. The officer recognized Ammon.
That's not creepy at all.
No. And asked him if he'd mind talking in the park's parking lot, to which Ammons agreed. And the officer explained that he'd been called to the park because the guy was harassing students. Now, Ammons explained that he had come to the park to teach the students the quote-unquote the right way. And he told
I'd like to commend this guy because you don't want to teach him the wrong way.
Well, because any baby boomer will tell you we're raising an entitled generation of participation trophy, blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
I'm sure that he was in on that. He'd been scrolling down Facebook and just got fed up. He told the police that he'd walked from the East Milton to Burger King to see his children and believed that they might be in the park. And the officer told Ammons to leave the park until the field trip had left. And upon hearing this, the report stated Ammons walked a few feet and refused to leave and began fighting a tree. He was first detained, then arrested, and subsequently banned from the park for 1 year.
Wait, is it against the law to fight a tree?
I guess they probably considered that to be like city property or something. You're damaging it. I don't know either. I don't know. I've never fought a tree. I have chopped a few down.
When the tree was asked for comment, he said, I am Groot.
Yeah, I don't know. But I know what you can't do is be shirtless and yell at a bunch of kids on a field trip. That'll get you in trouble every time.
Even if you are trying to teach them the right way.
The right way. The right way. You pansy little participation trophy. I hear that a lot. I don't know. I will point out that I'm 42 years old. And I got participation trophies as a kid. I just want to remind everybody my age who posts about that. I vividly remember us getting trophies in Little League when we didn't win the championship. So.
He's proud of them, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Still got them.
Got them displayed and everything. Yeah, smallly athletic accomplishments. I just want to point that out to everyone that's my age who likes to act like it didn't happen, but we did.
My Little League team, when I was in second grade, we won third place in the YMCA youth baseball tournament.
Yeah.
That is my greatest accomplishment that I've ever made in
athletic
sports.
accomplishment.
Yes. My team won third place.
I once fouled out of a basketball game in 2 minutes. Or I think it was like 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So
impressive.
Yeah. I knew my role. I was, that's what I was the hatchet guy. So
I'm the only hockey player to ever take off their ice skate and try to stab somebody with it.
My buddy has some friends who play youth, or my buddy's kids play youth hockey.
Yeah.
Out of Birmingham, and they travel all over. I mean, they're pretty good players. But I talked to him the other night. It's the first time I'd seen him in a few years. And so I was like, so hockey, man, why did you choose that? And he very flatly said, because they serve beer at the practices. He was like, I just go sit, crack open a few cold ones, watch my kids practice.
Wow.
I was like, oh, well, I can't fault you there, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. John, do you like ketchup?
It is my least favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a mustard guy. Like on a hot dog, I'm mustard only. I will tolerate ketchup on a hamburger, and I will dip French fries in ketchup.
Okay. What about mayonnaise?
I'm indifferent towards mayonnaise. If it's on there, I'm fine. If it's not, I'm fine too.
Have you ever
Keep going? I have a take on every condiment.
Have you ever combined ketchup and mayonnaise?
Not
into
intentionally.
What Will Ferrell called fancy sauce in the classic movie Step Brothers.
Yes, not intentionally. I haven't.
Okay, so you don't have an opinion on that.
Well, I'm inexperienced in there.
Well, Heinz, they have released a new condiment, but it's ketchup and mayonnaise together, and they are calling it Mayo Chuck.
Mayo Chuck.
Yes.
I think I would have went with ketchup.
I was about to say, it says down here that some people thought that ketchup-naise would have been a much better term.
That sounds like a foreign land. Like an explorer has landed in ketchup-naise.
But they've decided to go with Mayo Chuck. And one of the countries that they're selling it in, it has a very unfortunate translation.
Oh.
It says that after a run in the U.S., Kraft Heinz introduced Mayo Chuck, a combination of mayonnaise and ketchup mixed in a single bottle, to Canadian customers earlier this month. The name seems pretty logical, but in certain Cree dialects, it comes off as less than appealing. Now, I'm going to give you multiple choice.
Okay.
Would Mayo Chuck in Cree dialects, would you say it translates to A, urine, B, toilet water, or C, poop on my face?
Oh. I'm going to go C.
You would be correct.
Okay.
It says to some Mayo Chuck Mayo Chuck can translate to poop face or poop is on my face.
Okay.
Originally tweeted by CBC radio host, I can't even say that, Grand Chief Jonathan Solomon of the Mushkegowuk Council in Northern Ontario, first pointed out the translation mishap. We, the Cree people, are laughing about it because of what it means in our language, he told the National Post in an email. It's kind of funny when you think about it. If I ate it and I have some on my face, am I poop-faced? So,
well,
they should have gone with ketchup-naise.
Yeah, I think so. That's what I would have. I guess Mayo Chuck is a little easier, probably like stylistically, because if you're doing a label or something like that.
But it sounds almost like even in English, Mayo Chuck,
True.
Which is kind of gross.
Chomp, like, look
chomp.
at this. It's like what you call like a white guy who's giving you problems. Like, look at this Mayo Chomp. Who do you think you are, Mayo Chomp? Yeah, I don't know. But I don't know why you got to combine those. Like, why can't we? Okay, I'll say this. I will, when I eat corn dogs, I will put ketchup and mustard together, and then I stir it up.
I do the same
with
thing
my corn dog, right? Mm-hmm. There's no need for them to make a separate mayo or ketchup mustard or whatever you would call it,
Chuck.
just for my corn dog enjoyment.
Yeah.
Seems like an unnecessary product. That's all I'm saying.
But I mean, that's true. But I mean, if you can sell it, if people are going to buy it, people are going to sell it.
People will buy it just to be funny.
Yeah.
I got one time they came out with like purple ketchup. Do you remember all this?
Yeah, I remember that.
And and people were just,
and there was also green ketchup too.
Right. Yeah. People were buying it just for the novelty of it.
Mm-hmm.
I would not participate in that. So just to go on record right now, I'm a traditionalist when it comes to condiments. Okay.
I typically buy whatever the store brand is. Anyway.
Yeah. Right. Me too. Yeah. I'm not in that income bracket to get Heinz, or Hillman's or whatever. I'm a shop and save, whatever.
Yep.
Sure Fine. That's it. I'm a Sure Fine man, I guess.
Very frugal.
Yeah. Or, I mean, one day I'll have that much money. I can buy actual real condiments, not the runoff from the real condiments they put in there. We go to ChickfilA and save a bunch of ketchup packs just so we can use them at home. And
So I say that ChickfilA, the condiment packs that they have, they just look downright fancy.
Right. Yeah. No. You can peel it back and dip your nuggets in the ketchup.
Or tear off the end of it. That's perforated, by the way.
That's right.
And squeeze it out like you would a normal packet of ketchup. It's amazing.
Yeah, I know. It's just Chick-fil-A does it better.
They do.
I got a hot take on Chick-fil-A. Okay. All right. I don't really like Chick-fil-A's chicken. All right.
Okay.
And I don't think a lot of people like Chick-fil-A's chicken.
Easy now.
But I think that their service is so exceptional and your experience is so good that it makes up for their chicken.
Huh.
That's my take on it.
I know this is going to sound like heresy to some out there, but we stopped by Chick-fil-A one day last week to get my kids some chicken nuggets, like a chicken nugget meal. We asked for Polynesian sauce. We asked the guy at the register, who usually says, my pleasure to serve you or whatever,
right,
for some Polynesian sauce. And he didn't say yes or no. He just kind of gave me this blank stare. And when we got down the road, we didn't get any Polynesian sauce.
Ooh.
So,
did you have any unconfessed sin in your life?
Well, probably.
Yeah. But I mean, that's what it is right there.
Yes. If I'm being honest, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I was like, Chick-fil-A, come on, y'all. I expected better.
Right. Well, they've messed up my order a few times too, but I always am like, it's my fault.
Yes.
I'm sure I did something wrong, not y'all. It's the Lord punishing me for being a horrible human being. Yeah. Yeah. I think the last time I talked about it on the podcast, I didn't go to church on a Wednesday night.
You didn't get a chicken sandwich.
Yeah, and I didn't get a chicken sandwich when Deidre got home. So
you had to eat a PB&J.
That's right. Yeah, no, that's what happens. The Lord giveth, and Chick-fil-A taketh away. That's how it's set up. I believe that's biblical, tested by theologians throughout history. Okay, well, let's move on.
Let's do it.
Florida woman. Do you like coconuts? I like coconuts.
I like the taste, not the texture.
Okay.
Of coconut.
I was gonna try to sing the song. You put the lime in the coconut.
Drink it all together.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But I can't remember all the words to it.
I remember that mostly from the put the lime in the Coke, you nut, and drink it all together.
Yeah, that's right. It was a commercial.
The lime Coca-Cola commercial, yeah.
Well, that's a Harry Nilsson song.
Okay.
If you don't know who Harry Nilsson is, he's amazing. He made so much great music. Everyone should check out Harry Nilsson. Just unsolicited plug for a guy who's dead. Harry Nilsson. Everybody go download his music. It's great. But anyways, a woman is charged for an alleged coconut assault outside of a Florida strip club.
Okay. That's no joke.
That's no joke. That's an actual headline.
Didn't Gilligan get sent to the future or something when a coconut hit him on the head once?
Maybe so.
You gotta watch. You gotta watch those things.
Yeah,
you gotta be careful.
Well, if you're in a strip club, you're looking out for the coconuts. All right. A woman has been charged with assault for throwing a coconut at a man outside a strip club. Key West police say 36-year-old Shanta Bolds from Miami was sitting in the front porch of the VP Gentlemen's Club on Duval Street in Key West when George...
I wouldn't know where that is.
Never been there. Never been there.
I have no idea.
George Exposito, the victim, started to record her. So she's sitting on the porch. Mm-hmm. He walks by, gets out his phone, starts to record.
It's a nice little photo op right here.
Yeah. She's probably wearing her work clothes, you know. Bonds was upset about being recorded, police said, and admitted to officers that she did throw the coconut, but it did not hit him. So,
Okay.
Police told Bonds that she had no expectation of privacy while sitting on the porch of the club and could be filmed by anyone. Standard.
Yeah.
If you're in public, you can be recorded. Bonds was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, which is kind of wild.
I've never thought of a coconut as a deadly weapon.
Me either. I guess if it hits you just right, you could die.
Oh, yeah. Or send you to the future.
You know, her mugshot here got a little, she leaves a little bit to be desired. I just have to say there's a reason the lights are usually low in a strip club. Yes. And that's to draw attention away from their face. You know, I feel like you should turn this into like a business, you know, opportunity for yourself. He starts recording. You're like, hey, come inside. You can record a whole lot more, you know? Like you'll really have you something to take home and show your friends or something for, you know, a low cost of $40 or whatever,
Yeah.
You know? I'm not sure what the going rate at a strip club is anymore.
Maybe they were trying to be like Lambert's home of throwed rolls.
Oh, yeah, that's
but
right.
they're throwing the coconuts,
Yes.
you know?
That may be a little specific. People don't understand what we're talking about. If you've been to Lambert's in Foley, and I think they have one other location.
No, I think there's several because
Oh,
there's
are
one
there?
in Missouri. Isn't that where it started?
I thought, yeah, there's
Yeah.
like the original one and then the one in Foley. Is there more than that?
I thought there was. Is there
I
not?
have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know.
Man, maybe
Write
a bunch
in
of
and
people are
tell us.
listening to this.
Yeah.
They're like, what?
What is Lambert's?
Lambert's, for those of you who don't know, is a restaurant where you go in there and you order your food. It's kind of, how would you describe the food? Kind of Southern cooking.
Yeah, like a Cracker
got-
Barrel on steroids.
Yeah, sort of. It's got the fried okra. You can get chicken
Yeah.
and dumplings. You can get breakfast, I think.
Right.
You can get meatloaf, all that stuff.
All that stuff that they think Southerners eat, and it tastes like that, but your grandma's really tastes a lot better.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they always have a guy come out with like a little tray of fresh baked rolls.
Yeah.
They are really good.
Very good.
But you ask them to pass you one and they will throw it to you.
Yes.
And then it is incumbent on you to catch it.
Right. Well, let me just say, if you intercept one and happen to land on somebody else's table, that is frowned upon. All right. I'm sorry to that family, but I really wanted a roll. And I mean, hey, when the ball's in the air, it's anybody's game.
Yes.
So, yeah. Yeah. Don't go jumping across other people to get one. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, so Lambert, it's in Foley, Alabama, which is like about an hour away from the beach, maybe. Home of Julio Jones, by the way,
It's true.
and Kenny Stabler.
Yeah.
So just a little trivia for everybody. And you can go get a roll thrown at you if you're ever down there and think about Earth Oddity podcast. Well, yeah, but imagine somebody catches one in the eye or something down there. They would
I was there
start a
one time
lawsuit.
and a guy, he missed it. He didn't get his roll and it like pegged the dude that's sitting behind him in the back of the head. But I mean, they're so soft.
Right.
It's like getting.
Well, I'm just thinking in today's litigious culture that
That's
we
true.
have, you know, you get hit with one, it goes through your hands and it hits you in the eye because you have like stone hands.
or some guy's embarrassed because he can't catch.
Right.
And now he's the laughing stock of
Everybody
all
is
of Lambert's.
all of Lambert's is like making fun of him.
Never mind all of restaurants everywhere are laughing at Lambert's.
Right, just throwing rolls around. What a wild concept!
It is.
And I'll say this: Lambert's it's decent food.
It's not
all right?
bad. Yeah.
Decent food. But people act like it's the greatest restaurant in the world. Like anytime you see your friends going down there and they're like, "Oh, I got to eat at Lambert's," and blah, and I'm just like, it ain't that good. Like,
Well, the truth
it's not
is,
great.
I think the reason we love it so much is really it's just fun to throw rolls
Sure,
and catch rolls.
right,
You
yeah.
know, that's what's fun.
Yeah,
about
you
it.
throw one plate of mashed potatoes in there, though, they will kick you out. All right, I was just like, I thought we had a whole thing going here. they would ask you to leave real quickly.
Yep.
All right, okay. So, Miss Bonds, just so now you know, if you're on the porch, you can be recorded, and you know maybe you should try being a waitress at Lambert's. Yes, maybe that's your calling.
Maybe.
You're still getting tip money. I mean, a lot of cash coming in at Lambert's. It's always packed. Are we done here?
No, we're not, because I got 99 problems.
I got 99 problems.
Heard you have problems.
Houston, we've had a problem.
More money, more problems.
All right.
This week, I'm going to share some problems that I need to get off my chest.
Okay.
For those of you new to the show, this is our new segment where we take some time to offend people in our audience and tell them what's wrong with them.
This is also the example of if you hang around with people, they will rub off on you and bring you down. Everything your youth minister ever told you right here. Tiny's like a nice, affable, lovable, gentle giant. And here he is with a list of problems after hanging out with me for a year and a half.
Here we go. All right, number 1, Christmas music in July.
Okay, boom. I'm with you on that one.
Okay. Number 2, Christmas movies in July.
Yeah, I'm a no Christmas movie guy.
Number 3, romance movies that masquerade as Christmas movies. They're not Christmas movies. They're romance movies that are set at Christmas time.
Okay.
They're not really Christmas movies.
Right, like Elf.
No, I'm talking about like...
Elf's a romance movie. That's a love story, isn't it?
Is it?
I mean, he sneaks in and like while she's taking a shower. That's romance to me.
Yes, I thought it was more about him finding his dad or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
Yeah, this is Alabama. Maybe that is romance.
Maybe. Number 4, pretty much all Hallmark Channel movies.
Okay.
I can't stand them.
Sensing a theme here.
Yes. Number 5, women who watch said Hallmark movies. If y'all weren't watching them, they wouldn't be spending money making them.
True.
And then maybe my wife would spend a little more time with me instead of
you.
sitting in front of the Hallmark Channel all day.
What if you try to make your life like a Hallmark movie? You know, just to get her to pay attention
You know what?
to you,
Maybe
whatever.
you're onto something.
You gotta come home in a sweater vest. And
Yeah.
You guys are going to pick apples or something this fall. Yeah, I'm just rolling here. Just
Yeah.
brainstorming.
Maybe I should do that. Number 6, advertisers who buy ads on said Hallmark movies. If they couldn't sell ads during these movies, maybe they wouldn't be making so many of them. I saw an article. I think they're doing something like 30 new Christmas movies this year.
Wow.
That are going to start airing in July.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. I'm tired of it. Okay, number 7, men who watch Hallmark movies.
Are there that many?
Brian, our music minister. I'm looking
yeah?
at you, buddy.
Oh, he does?
He loves it.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either.
Good
But
for
he
him.
does love it.
Oh, man, that's kind of wild.
Okay, number 8, all caps. When you're reading something on like a forum or someone sends you a text and it's all caps.
Serious business.
I hate all caps.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like, I typed this out in all caps.
Oh, no. Okay, if you're trying to make a point, then yeah, I get it. But I cannot stand opening up my phone and clicking on a message or something. I feel like someone's yelling at me, you know?
Note to self, all text Tiny in all caps.
Okay. It doesn't mean you are to be taken serious. It's just you're too lazy to hit the shift key.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
I got you. I know.
Okay, number 9, people who put a hand clap emoji between every single word of a sentence.
Okay. I think we would talked about that because I did it
Yeah.
to you, didn't I?
After reading what someone has wrote out doing that, it somehow makes me care even less about what you had to say than I did.
I don't like people who use any like emojis when they're typing up. I'm like, look, I ain't reading this Lucky Charms essay that you got going on here.
Number 10, people who turn the volume all the way up on their phone during the break room.
Oh yeah,
because your phone comes with earbuds.
True.
Use them,
right?
Because we don't want to hear your,
whatever
your live leak video that you're trying to watch in the break room. I want to listen.
I like how you pick live leak too.
Yes.
That is what somebody be watching at work.
Number 11, people who talk on speakerphone in public places.
Oh yeah, I don't like that at all.
I really don't care to know where you and Bay are thinking about going to dinner.
Yeah.
Number 12, Little League obsessed parents. We kind of talked about that last week.
Yeah, that's right.
Number 14, TVs without any external controls. My toddler recently hit our TV remote. And you
couldn't fix it back.
It was a brick until I could get like a replacement remote. It's ridiculous. All TVs. I understand that's kind of going the way of the dodo, but you need some kind of analog controls on the TV system somewhere, so it's not just a $800 brick in your living room if something happens to your remote.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, number 15. I hate how every time something bad happens, my wife has to point out that that's why she does things differently, so said thing doesn't happen the way she does it. You know, I can't stand that.
I got you. That's why I don't burn brush with gasoline.
Yes. Well, when our toddler threw away our TV remote, I spent an hour looking for it, couldn't find it anywhere, and she's like, "Well, that's why I put the remote on top of the bookshelf so the toddler can't reach it."
Yeah, I always love that little comment right there. You know, when something like that's going on, that will
it just turns it up to 11.
Yeah,
you're already mad, and that just bumps it up to 11.
I was like, look, I will get my pistol out and blow my brains out right in front of you. Like, you do not need to mess with me right now. I'm already agitated. Don't add fuel to the fire, because I'm like 2 seconds away from just killing myself. So let's just stop this.
Okay, and the last one is Grandpa Joe from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes, he's stuck in bed for forever until he hears free candy.
He's a horrible person.
Yeah. You
know?
No, I agree with you. That's a good little list. Let the hate flow through you, Tiny. Let the hate. It feels good, doesn't it? Just to get it off your chest, you know? Yeah. I will say about your people talking on speakerphone all the time.
Yes.
I'm a grown man. I am in a management of a pretty big company. I have a family, parents, mother and father-in-law, children, and I maybe get 3 phone calls a day, maybe, if that. Sometimes I don't even get any. Who are these people that are talking on the phone all the time?
I don't know.
I mean, like, you see people.
It happens, though.
I noticed it the other morning. I was driving, leaving to go to Prattville to work at our store down there, and it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. I look around at a stoplight, and there's like everyone is on their cell phone talking to people at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, Who are y'all? Like, who are you talking to? I can think of no one I need to talk to that much on the phone. And I'm a happily married dude, so.
Yeah.
But I didn't put that on my list, so. And I'm not going through my list today. So.
All right, so I'm not the only person with problems. I know John's not the only person with problems. Feel free to share your problems with us, and we will cut that right into a segment.
I feel like Wiltz could give us a whole segment on just like traffic and road conditions in Jackson, just based off of his Facebook post. You know? Just like an entire list of it. Just have to say, they do need a little pavement going on, or repaving over there from our trip over a year ago.
Which, I mean, not to say that the roads here in Alabama are any better.
Oh, no, not at all. In Tuscaloosa, for sure.
But we'll say that y'all are in the same boat as we are.
Yes. Like, when are we going to finish working on the roads in our town? You know, has anyone given us any indication, like, this is the end date for these projects? Because Tuscaloosa, for people who don't know, Tuscaloosa is a town that has 2 major arteries in it. Highway 82 / McFarland Boulevard and Highway 69. They carry most of the traffic in our city.
And they're always
both of them are under construction. And it's the most frustrating thing in the world. You can't drive anywhere in this town.
I think Mayor Maddox would have done, I'm not saying he would have been elected, but he would have done better if he would have had all this fixed.
True. Very true. Yeah. Yeah, no. That was like a big knock against him.
It was.
I mean, and there's no end in sight. And I'm glad my restaurant's not downtown. I'm glad I ran out of money a couple years ago. Because this would have, I mean, I know people still down there and they talk about how bad they're struggling because of all that construction. Nobody can get to them. Even wants to go through that area.
Or it's such a pain to get over there.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, man, I really, really want some McDonald's, but I don't have 25 minutes to go through all the traffic and traffic cones and hoops to get over there.
You may remember we met Brandon, the owner of Cajun Curl. We're going to talk about it a little bit, to eat lunch down there one time downtown at Moe's Barbecue. And it took me forever to get the 2 miles or whatever from my office to there to eat. And I ended up having to eat in a hurry and get back because I only got an hour for lunch, you know? Yeah. And so the people are losing business. But anyways, that's very local. You can cut all that out. It's just, I've been thinking about it a lot as I've driven through there.
All right. Well, I guess now we can do community news.
All right. We want to thank our sponsor, world-famous Cajun Curl Bayou Blended Spice, for their support. Check them out at CajunCurl.com. You can order the spice there and their Cajun Curl cutter for potatoes, all on the website, CajunCurl.com. It was created on Elm Bayou in Evangeline Parish, Louisiana, and it's a seasoning that goes on everything. If you like cooking or eating, this is a spice for you. Cajun Curl Bayou Blended Spice goes well with chicken, beef, pork, potatoes, coconuts, and anything else you can think of putting it on. The spiral potato cutter is absolutely amazing. It's easy to use and it's easy to clean, and it will allow you to make your own homemade potato chips using the Cajun Curl spice. On their website, CajunCurl.com, you can not only order the original Bayou Blended Spice, but the Cajun Curl chip cutter as well, and you can also find recipes there that are amazing. You can locate your nearest retailer there or order your own. Here locally, it's available at Mark's Mart in Northport, Piggly Wiggly in Northport, South's Finest Meats in Tuscaloosa, and Bowles Fresh Market off of Skyland Boulevard in Tuscaloosa. If you can make it through construction to get to any of those places, buy your stuff there. If your local grocer doesn't carry world-famous Cajun Curl Bayou Blended Spice, ask them to start stocking it now. All of their products are made in the USA, and they are all natural, low salt, and they have a little kick to them, but it doesn't burn your lips. World-famous Cajun Curl Bayou Blended Spice. Taste the spice, but not the heat. Go on CajunCurl.com, order your spice there, use promo code EOP10 to get a 10% discount.
Because we ask that you use the spice, but we don't ask you to pay full price.
Amen.
All right. For community news this week, we have a new review.
All right. Okay.
This review comes from This Is My Nickname, Beaches. The title of the review is terrible, but it's 5 stars.
Okay, good. I like it.
Here we go. As a Florida man looking to indulge my addictive tendencies, I stumbled upon this podcast almost a month ago. I began with the most current episode and have now listened to nearly all episodes. In parentheses, I skipped the one without John. So, I think there's 2 of them out there. But
there is.
John.
Yeah. There is a John on those episodes, just not me.
That's Second John.
Yeah,
We
right.
call him Second John.
Yes.
After hearing the virtues of Cajun Curl blended spice from the Elm Bayou over 60 times, I was eager to try some on homemade chips from the official Cajun Curl chip cutter. To my dismay, it is sold out.
Oh.
And I cannot satisfy my craving. This is a worse tease than my first girlfriend.
Okay, I know the feeling. Know the feeling of that.
Yes.
By the way, that's tough. But, I mean, you should have got in early. You had 60 episodes to buy.
I am getting on CajunCurl.com right now and trying to find out. There are 2 in stock.
Oh, wow.
Right now. So jump on it.
You better go. You better get you one right
fast.
now. But, yeah.
But listen, I promise you.
Use EOP10. By the way, use EOP10.
EOP10. That's right. Save you 10%.
That's right.
Listen, sir. Cajun Curl wants to give in to your every desire. I promise you.
Yeah.
But they're just a little backed up right now. So
we've been driving a lot of business their way.
Have.
You know?
Yeah.
We've been driving a lot of business over there.
So I guess that's it. You got anything else?
Not really. I think I'm good.
Okay.
I told a really killer joke this episode, and I don't know that it'll make it in this episode, but I told a really killer joke, and I'm proud of myself. I almost got tickled about it reading the Cajun Curl ad. It popped in my mind. I was going to say I'm very proud of this joke, but I just don't know that it'll make it in the episode. If it does, Tiny's our editor. If it does, that's great. And if it doesn't, I understand. But it was probably the greatest joke I've told on this podcast.
All right.
Yeah. So, anyways, maybe if you know me or you can email me, I'll tell you what it was.
It'll probably make it in.
Okay, it's too good to not.
It's one of those things. It's like on the one hand, it's like, how can I leave this in? But on the other hand, how can I cut it out?
Right. I mean, that's great. It was.
I mean, you know how sometimes things are just. You know what? It's better to ask forgiveness than to ask permission.
Right. I agree.
I think that's one
my
of those
motto.
Jokes.
I've lived that motto my whole life.
This is one of those jokes.
I mean, man, I'm proud of myself. It was perfect, really. I no pre-planning or anything. It just came to me. Yeah,
that was better than my double dribble joke.
That was a good one too. That was a good one too. Yeah. Anyways, thank you all for listening to our show. By the way, before Tiny does his whole little wrap wrap up. We really appreciate it. You're why we do it. Otherwise, me and Tiny would just be telling jokes to each other by ourselves.
Yes.
So thank you all for listening. It really means a lot. Remember to tell a friend about this podcast. Oh, one friend. If you've already told one friend, tell another one. Just tell them to download it, listen to it. Then y'all can make fun of us together. And, we want to expose more people to the Earth Oddity brand, because we're trying not to work for a living. Like we don't want to be working for forever. So y'all help us out. My current retirement plan is to die while I'm at work. All right. So you guys need to help me out. All right.
Yes.
Just tell people about us. Hey, check out these two crazy rednecks and see if you like it or whatever. Or y'all at least have somebody to make fun of together, which is fine. I've been made fun of my whole life. So I'm cool with that.
Well, you have been listening to Earth Oddity Podcast, and we thank you so much for listening to us, no matter where you get us, whether you get us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify, TuneIn. We're on them all.
Yep.
If you would like to write into the show, we are earthoddity@planetmail.net. If you would like to tweet at us, we're on Twitter. You can catch us over @_EarthOddity. Hey, do you like pictures? Sometimes we post pictures.
Every once in a while.
You can check those pictures out.
I was really fired up for a couple of weeks.
_Earth Oddity on Instagram.
I've been busy, though. We got a phone number, too.
We do have a phone number.
And you can call in and you can leave us a voicemail. You can leave us like, hey, this is Jim from Oklahoma. You're listening to Earth Oddity. We'll play it during the show. Whatever you want to do, really.
You can list off a list of pet peeves.
Exactly.
Problems.
Things you're mad about. That's fine. We'll listen to it. And we'll probably give you exposure as long as it's relatively clean.
We're here for you.
Yes, so our phone number is 662-493-2059.
We hope everybody out there has an excellent week. Earth Oddity for the French Radio Network signing off.
Love y'all.
Bye.
This has been a very odd production. Thanks for listening.